Oh, it says we're live. We're live. It's live.
We are live.
So, how you been? I haven't really been tuning into your streams because our schedules are conflicting lately. So,
Yeah, I understand. We've been good, just busy um, trying to wrap up issues 3 and 4 of Roadkill Rampage.
because
So
issue two is imminent, right?
issue two's off to the printer. So that is done. Um, I believe she ordered the books. I'm 90% sure. If not, it's just like a correction on a thought balloon or something.
Oh, okay.
But that's pretty much done. Um, Script for issue 3 is done. The new artist is doing character design, his version of the characters. So we are going to be having an announcement probably on Tuesday night. We're going to go live for a few minutes and have a special announcement announcing the new artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Are you releasing three and four at the same time,
um, it
or
depends on how that goes.
and like tell me to mind my own business if you
No,
don't
no, no. Those are
don't answer.
legit questions. No, it all depends on his schedule,
Got it.
what he can get done. Um, so if he's meets his deadlines and stuff, which he does, which is one of the reasons why we went to him. Then yeah, it's a possibility. I can't promise anything because shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a possibility. I'll put it
No,
that.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I was actually telling Tina the other day that I'm surprised my mom hasn't started stalking her with "Where's the book? Where's the book?" Because apparently she pre-ordered. So,
Yeah.
and here's Lord of something, Lord of
Oh, Lord of
Care,
something. There he is.
Lord of something. Your name's too long.
Yeah, it is. It's
Mhm.
Lord of Kerry.
We had a group on.
We
What
had a
happened?
group on.
What happened to Sirloin?
Yeah, well, that's apparently where that came from. Was we got we got whatever the Lord and Lady ship or whatever from a Groupon in Ireland, and so now I can be addressed Lord. So, whatever. Silly
Hey,
people doing silly things. What's going
we
on?
we're just making it happen, man.
We're
Looks
here to
like
talk about the big game.
the big game. Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I've got yeah, I've got. I'm curious to see what. Ooh, Trey,
You
you got permission on this?
I didn't ask.
Oh, okay.
Considering that people are just posting their stuff, I was just like, okay, I'm assuming that it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Cute monkey. I'm surprised that you're not doing like a Grogu or something like that. I actually just finished watching. What is it? The finale, right? For
Yeah.
the Fett thing.
So, can we talk about it, or is it going to?
I mean, I wouldn't get into. I don't want to get into details on it, but I think that yeah, I saw something on a message board where they're like, yeah, I'm like 1 or 2 episodes in, and yeah, this is not. I'm not getting it, you know, and it made me actually kind of think about like all of the Disney Plus like TV series. If you really think about it, it takes about 2 or 3, 4 episodes in before stuff starts making sense on and I'm not talking just the Star Wars stuff. I'm talking, the Marvel. I mean, if you take a look at all the like WandaVision as an example, right? It took forever to get to a point where it's like, Yeah,
There's an
it was
actual
like,
plot to this.
yeah, exactly. And it wasn't even. And the worst part is that they spend those 3 episodes not even character building. You know what I mean? So it's like they're just laying down a foundation for 3 episodes, but there's no investment in the characters because they're not even building the characters in those episodes. They wait until later in the season to actually start building these characters. So I mean, it's a very interesting uh, approach to
Approach.
writing, I think, in the sense that wow, you're 3 episodes in and nobody gives a shit anymore. But that's just me.
Yeah, but Boba Fett was a little different because it does have like a first act, second act, third act. Even though, without getting
Right.
into spoilers, a third of the show is not about him.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No, I agree, and that part I appreciated. It's just I guess the point, if you look at these series as a whole, like as a whole project, it works. But when you do the episodic thing, where with the cliffhangers, and it's like there's no reason to come back because there was no payoff throughout the first 2-3 episodes. You know what I mean?
Well, I think a lot of what they were doing is probably set up for Mando.
Right.
And
That's
and
no.
Boba
And
too.
Rodney, this. I mean, the conversation is actually kind of more towards you because you do writing, for your own book. I mean, don't
Right.
you find it interesting that you don't?
Which is what we were talking about before you just hopped on and went gung
Oh,
ho,
okay.
whatever
You're
you had
talking.
to talk about.
Well, we
Well,
talked about it last night, guys. So we just said, "Hey, spoiler alerts! If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
turn us
Yeah,
down."
yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess and again, I'm not even getting into the plot. I'm just saying that I find it an interesting way of story writing, when you basically you write like half of a book, and there's nothing to make you want to turn the page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I understand what they were doing as far as trying. I'm guessing they were trying to build a sympathetic character. Um, and I've heard Lucas say that he was a throwaway character from the beginning.
hmm
Never meant to be any more than just a background thug. And
I actually did. Did you see that whole behind the mask thing?
yeah, I did.
Okay, so apparently, Boba Fett, it was actually supposed to be like the special forces of the stormtroopers or something like that, and
Yeah,
they could only afford to make like one costume
right.
or whatever. So it's like, well, we'll nix that idea, but we got to figure out what we're going to do with this one guy since we already have the costume.
Right.
And he
Because the
advertised
original
toy.
costume, was all white, right?
Yeah, because that was the original intent, was going to be some kind of a badass trooper.
Right. So, and they were like, yeah, it's too expensive to do this. But so, I mean, it was kind of like, it was one of those happy accidents,
Right.
kind of a thing with the character.
Yeah, and I think it's just something that fandom took over and just built it. I mean, me included. As a 12-year-old kid, Boba Fett was an absolute badass in Empire Strikes Back,
Oh my goodness.
and all you wanted was more. So you made it all up in your head.
That was a thing about Boba Fett, and this is I'm sure before Dre's time. But when, man, I remember that was like I got the what is it, the 12-inch
Yeah.
action figure of Boba Fett.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
Where like the rocket actually shot out of the backpack.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I got to tell you, that was like, aside from that and the Stretch Armstrong were probably the coolest freaking toys ever.
Oh yeah.
but that was the the character came out. He shows up in this movie. He's got what, 3 lines, and all of up until this point, right? 3 lines, and all of Star Wars, history, basically.
Right.
Yeah, and he's one of the most popular characters in the franchise.
And that was the thing, is that he just had such a cool look, and Jeremy Bulloch, his miming with the character,
Yeah.
just the way that he presented the character, where it was like Boba Fett is like the Snake Eyes of Star Wars. It's like, or Snake Eyes is the Boba Fett to G.I. Joe. It's that same exact thing, where it's like they're almost mirror images, just in terms of if you look at their origins, not as necessarily as characters, but as how they came to be, so to speak, where Boba Fett was supposed to be something, and then they turn around, nix the idea, and then basically made him into something out of nothing. Right. Whereas Snake Eyes, as the action figure, was, we're just going to take a bunch of these other, pieces from these other action figures, stuff them together, and paint the whole thing black and call it done. And then all of a sudden it becomes a hit, much like the Fett thing, where it's like, nobody cares about this. This is, we're just putting this character in here because we happen to have this armor that we can't make, duplicates of. We'll just throw them in here just for giggles, and then it just takes off.
So let me ask you this, in reference to the Snake Eyes being all black. Do you think because he was all black, and when that came out, that was kind of Star Wars was ending and G.I. Joe was picking up, and you think people attached themselves to Snake Eyes because everybody was so crazy about Darth Vader?
No. I think it's that same phenomenon with like the Boba Fett thing, where there was just, you didn't know who it was. I mean, there was this air of mystery to him,
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I loved Snake Eyes.
Hey, Mark, and who says, don't forget about Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, yeah.
Hungry Hippos. Dude, you want to go, we can go deep with like Micronauts.
Oh, I love the Micronauts.
Micronauts, Shogun Warriors. Oh my goodness. So, all right. So I've been rambling for a bit. You guys were talking about your own stuff, Rodney. Is that what you're working on right now?
No, this is actually, it's somebody, Producer B sent me this link this morning, and this person, this is their character. It's called Doodle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking people to kind of do their own doodle of Doodle. And
got it.
If they like it, they're going to put it in one of their publications. So I just whipped him out this morning. And
Did you whip out your doodle?
I whipped out my doodle for the stream, and I figured I'd ink him while we were on here talking. As Producer B pops bubble wrap in the background.
I didn't really.
So what you're saying is now Producer B is doodling the doodle.
Exactly.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize there was a stream.
Hi, Tina.
Communication in this relationship.
Sorry,
Did you
babe.
get the memo?
What's that?
She didn't get the memo?
No, I didn't. I was too busy out trying to do something today, and I didn't send her a memo because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. Dre, you and I talked about that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but you don't have a red light beside your trophy?
no, I told him I wasn't sure, if what we were going to do or anything like that. So it might be short. So.
I was just being more in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, the on air light on the outside of the studio.
Yeah, exactly. We have to replace that light bulb.
No, no, this is actually interesting because what, a couple weeks ago, Dre, right? We had Sean on, and so he was doing a double header with live streams because you guys got one going on tonight, right, Rod?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
So somebody may want to pimp that in the comments, but yeah. So I mean, I can't see what I'm doing here. Friday night, Thursday throwdowns.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get on a couple more things here and there because I've been kind of absent since before the holidays because we've been so busy trying to wrap up Roadkill and get a jump start on Pitter Patter 3, and then we picked up a couple other projects. So I've just been kind of, other than the Thursday night, Friday night thing with Sean, I've just been kind of not there. So trying to fix that.
First world problems.
Yeah, you know. So
it's crazy. I'm just getting all this work, and I don't know when I can fit in.
It's interfering with my social agenda.
Yeah, exactly. My big social calendar.
Yeah, we got
okay, so since Producer B's gone upstairs, real quick, I went out today. There's this really
just between you and I, right?
Just between you, me, and the internet. I went to this really swanky candy store across the river. I was going to get something nice for Valentine's Day. I get over there. Now, this isn't a really hoity-toity part of town, so parking's a bitch. So I circle the block.
Cross the river into the next state?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's Ohio River, folks.
Yeah. Yes. So I have to circle the block, and there's a parking lot there, and I go in there, and I circle the lot, and I have to wait for a parking spot, and I get out, and I lock the car, and I'm walking towards the store, and I reach in my pocket for my wallet, and it's not there. I left my wallet in the top drawer of my dresser. I was so mad. It's one of those instances where you're so mad that you almost pass out.
Oh.
Because like,
were you about to have an episode?
You're mad at yourself for being so freaking stupid that I'm like trying to calm myself down. I'm like, I better grab a hold of something real quick.
So grab a handrail.
Yeah. Oh, I was so mad. So I got back in my car and I got out of the parking spot.
Drove back across the river.
Drove back across the river. Of course, now, you know, it's getting later, so it's Friday rush hour traffic is starting, and I'm not going back across the river. So, yeah.
Speaking of traffic, what does that look like in terms of the interstate traffic during rush hour? Is it pretty huge? You have a lot of
in Cincinnati.
Yeah, like is there like a huge group of people, Kentuckians, working in Cincinnati?
Yes, actually.
I mean, I imagine there is.
Yeah, there is, and both ways. But the funny thing is, if you're going northbound into Ohio at a certain time, like before, like 10 till 4, you're good.
Yeah. No, I've made that drive.
Yeah.
For spring break, and 3-4 in the morning is like the perfect time to be northbound on 75 going into Cincinnati.
Well, okay, I see what you're saying.
Go Bagels
from Florida, but yeah, it's crossing that river through the Cut in the Hill. Most people don't know what the Cut in the Hill is.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big hill that runs parallel to the river, and they cut a big trench through it so they could lay the highway through it, and it's called the Cut in the Hill, and it goes down to the bridge which takes you over the Ohio River and into Ohio, and that is always the biggest bone of contention for traffic. There's always a wreck on the Cut in the Hill, and when that happens, it 75 is the main artery north and south in Cincinnati, and there's also 71, which is on the east side of town.
Yep.
But they both cross the river
On the same bridge.
Well, no, there is a 471 will take
No, I
you.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but you've got the lanes that are like drawn
Yeah.
out that says
Yeah,
71,
So like if
75.
you're going south on 71, you have to take, it's called Fort Washington Way, and it like runs through the front of the city and then takes you over to 75, the 75 bridge, which is the Brent Spence Bridge, or you can continue on to 471, which will take you through Newport, Kentucky, and you can take the loop, which is 275 south, further south, and hop onto 75 there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of people
Yeah,
don't
this is probably the most exciting conversation that I've ever
Yeah.
had on a live stream.
I'm telling you.
So just take a moment and acknowledge the
Traffic.
comments.
Traffic between Kentucky and Ohio.
It is
So-
a scintillating conversation.
Mark Robbie in the comments is supporting the Beagles, the Bengals.
Sweet.
The
Go Beagles.
Go Bagels! And
I
says that
gotta root for my Detroit Rams.
hillbillies don't know how to drive. That's his follow-up comment.
Well, there are
And
there
don't get
are
me wrong, I'm a
plenty of
Bengals
hillbillies
fan
in both states, so we're screwed.
because I like gosh, what's that kid? The kid that's the quarterback.
Burrow?
Yeah, Burrow. Dude, watching him at LSU, I think that he's like the first quarterback I've seen in college where I said, this kid is the real deal.
Well, I tell you a story real quick. I was listening to Sports Talk Radio this week, and they were talking to Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
He said
Who's
that
that?
Jimmy Johnson was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys back in the 90s when they were
Troy Aikman and Emmitt
yeah,
Smith.
When they were a really good team.
he was at the
Yeah, when they were
University-
good. Yeah.
Yeah, he was at the University of Miami and won a national
Also,
title
when
there.
they were very good.
Yeah. So he's probably the best talent scout that I've seen in my life for the NFL. But anyway, he said he got a call from Norv Turner, who was his offensive coordinator for years and years and years.
Mm.
And Norv does a quarterbacks camp in California with Jordan Palmer, who was a Bengal for a few years. And he said that he was out there, and then Baker Mayfield was out there, and Justin Herbert, and all the young guys, Patrick Mahomes. And he said he called Jimmy and he said, "Hey man, there's this kid out here named Burrow, and he is the best pure passer that I've ever seen in my life. And he's been scouting talent for 40 years. And he said he's just got it. He has this aura about him, this confidence, and that makes people.
But not an
follow him.
ego. But not an ego.
Yeah, not an ego. He's confident, not cocky, and
Right.
he doesn't get rattled. And he was just going on and on and on about him. So that was the story about him. And then we heard that the Miami Dolphins owner offered the Bengals 7 first-round picks so they could move up and take Joe Burrow. And the Bengals were like, "Nah, it's okay. We'll take him."
Yeah, no, that he is straight up the real deal. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off. Depends on, to be honest, it really depends on if his offensive line shows up for him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even through the playoffs, they were kind of hit and miss for him.
Well, yeah, he got sacked 9 times against Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't see him getting sacked 9 times.
No, but it's again, it does come down to if they can protect him, they got a shot.
Yeah.
Again, I got to say that I'm rooting for Stafford because he's paid his dues at Detroit forever,
Oh yeah.
and he deserves a shot. But
And that's the thing. There's not really a bad guy in this Super Bowl.
mm-mm.
Obviously, living in Cincinnati my whole life, except for a few years we lived in Indiana.
Yeah,
I love
last
the
time anybody gave a shit about the Bengals was when Boomer was the quarterback.
Right. So it's been 31 years.
It's been forever.
Yeah, I mean everybody knew Andy Dalton wasn't the answer, but
yeah.
when they drafted this kid, because Josh, you watched the national championship game. That
Yep.
was kind of jaw dropping.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching that game and I was like, holy shit, because we knew we had the first pick in the draft when that game was happening. So, and everybody in Cincinnati said, we're taking this kid from LSU. And
Oh my goodness.
so you're watching that game and your lips are just your mouth is just salivating.
Was that them? Was it LSU Clemson? Was that the?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, because the other kid, he's with the Jaguars, right?
Yeah, to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was talking about how this kid was like the next big thing, and I'm like, he's got nothing on Burrow. Burrow is the real deal. Yeah, it was Trevor Lawrence. Just he always had that like he had all the hype. Everybody's like, yeah, this kid's the greatest, and it's like, no, he ain't. Burrow's way better.
Well, it's funny because it's very Brady-esque because nobody thought anything about him. Nobody gave him a chance. He had, Ohio State.
Mark is saying that Trevor Lawrence has a better form. I think you just like his hair, bro.
He does have some spectacular
He
hair.
does have gorgeous hair, but
So I just like to say that I have no idea what you guys are talking about, right? So
we're talking about American
guests
football.
at your wedding. Now I get that, but you just throwing out names.
Yeah. Again, so maybe
And
just
it's
go back
fine.
to traffic.
Go ahead. No. I'm just in case you're. Oh yeah, Mark says he's got a pretty butt.
It just went down that rabbit hole. That wasn't, and you know what? To be honest, I actually kind of forgot that the Super Bowl was this weekend.
I'm trying. I've been trying to distance myself from all the hype. I watch one sports show every day because I like the guy, and then I stay away from everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all they're talking about on all the channels here in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of gross.
As well, they should.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 31 years, so.
Yep.
But yeah, it's.
I think you know what, and this is kind of ticking me off because I got my mask is actually kind of peeling up as I'm brushing here. I was just talking to my wife about this the other day. In terms of you've got the Super Bowl going, you've got the Olympics. The Super Bowl this weekend. You got the Olympics until what, the 28th or something like that. 27th or 22nd, I think.
So I didn't realize the Olympics are on. I was talking to Russ yesterday, and he made a comment about the Olympics. I had no clue that they're on.
I think a lot of people have no clue or no interest.
I think it's more the latter.
Yeah.
No interest.
Yeah. Just none.
But for whatever reason, I've tuned in a couple times, but for the most part, it's pretty lackluster, and I think a lot of it has to do with, if you're watching the Olympics like on TV, you're just not getting that vibe where it's like an event or it's a big deal because of the fact that there's no crowd.
Right.
There's for instance, like you got figure skating and stuff. Nobody's in the arena.
Oh, is that a COVID thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody on the slopes, nobody in the arena. It was like the very first game for the women's hockey for the US. And
It's just crickets.
It's like watching paint dry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just and China's like clamped down so much.
Huh?
I said China has clamped down so much on any of the fun
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, I'm saying that because the arena was empty and there was no noise when she went down with a broken leg, people had to mute their TVs because it was just this blood curdling scream from the team captain when she broke her leg on the ice.
Oh, I didn't even know anything about that.
Oh yeah, it was the very first game, and it was actually before the opening ceremonies. But yeah, it was. But that's the thing is that if there's no crowd involvement, even and not even just in person, but if you don't, as a viewer on TV, and you don't hear that crowd cheering, it's just not that exciting.
Yeah, you lose interest yourself.
Hmm. And I'm curious as how the Super Bowl is going to go this weekend because they're doing the full on, because it's in California, obviously, right?
Yeah,
And California's got some pretty strict restrictions, COVID restrictions, unless, of course, you're the governor, apparently. But I'm curious to see how well that plays in terms of ratings on TV. You know what
But
I mean?
there's a crowd at the Super Bowl, right? It's not like it's an empty stadium, right?
yeah. It's going to be full capacity.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody that enters the stadium gets an N95 mask, and they're
Right.
going to be made to wear them. Like any place else, you're allowed to take it away from your face when you're eating or drinking, but they said that it will be strictly enforced.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's that.
Now, I've got like season tickets for women's soccer here, and the rule in the stadium here is if you're unvaccinated, you got to wear the mask. But if you're vaccinated, it's an outdoor thing, so it's like, yeah, nobody cares really, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it's just about enforcement. Nobody
yeah,
enforces it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
yeah, and they're gonna say that because they have to, right?
Right. They're covering their asses legally, but isn't it
Mm-hmm.
funny how, curiously, nobody from any other teams has popped positive for COVID since they've been in California?
Oh, what was Oh yeah, I was talking. I was just talking to my daughter. She said that
Hi,
she's got
says-
a she's got a band concert tonight,
Yeah.
and she wants to go early to watch, like, because they've got like choir and all these other things going on and stuff from her school. So she's going to go early, and she's talking about like this kid that's, I guess, in her grade that he was supposed to play Shrek in the play
Yeah.
at school, but like right before the play, he tested positive for COVID,
Oh man.
so he never got
So
to
is there an
do it.
understudy?
Yeah, so there was the understudy ended up doing it, but now I guess he's doing his bit on for this thing. So it's just let's see if this kid can sing.
I'm not here.
Neither am I.
Bum, bum, bum.
G-Spin says, "Not my monkey, not my circus."
Give me a minute.
Where's that? What's that from?
It's just a saying. We say it all the time.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it somewhere, and I thought like it. I don't know what it means, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's from a movie or what, but we say it all the time.
Oh.
When people talk about the train wrecks that are their lives, we're like,
oh, it's like other people's kids.
well, yeah, it could be that, or other people this, other people that.
I don't know. I have stuck in my head this scene from King of the Hill that I
Yeah.
saw a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, and it's just like every time somebody says something that I don't like or I disagree with, all I want to say is like, I don't know you. You can't have my purse.
You can't have my what?
Purse. Or,
purse.
that's my purse. You can't have it. I don't know you. This whole episode where he starts kicking people in the junk,
Right.
self-defense thing. But he goes to the Y to do boxing, and the class is full, so he takes a women's self-defense class.
Is this Hank?
No, it's Bobby.
Bobby. Okay.
The kid. He just starts kicking everyone in the nuts. He ends up he kicks Hank in the huevos, and
Uh-oh. That show's very underrated. It's so funny.
seconds. Wait, let me just delete some text messages here. Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully the Bengals win, but if they don't, I'll be happy for Stafford. So it's all good.
Well, I mean, we got the, it's just the, and I like Andy Reid a lot, but it's just nice to not have the Chiefs and Tom Brady in the Super
Right.
Bowl
Did
this
Tom
year.
Brady retire?
Yeah,
Uh,
he just did.
He says
Just-
he retired. Now he's talking about, well, nothing's, things might change. Nothing's permanent. He's kind of toying with whether or not he's going to come back. Interestingly enough, though, Josh, I don't know if you saw this, but Gronkowski said he's a free agent. He said he would like
that
with that
right
Burrow
there, that's your tell right there. If
Yep.
So
Gronk-
Tom Brady's a
see,
free
I didn't-
agent?
No,
No,
Gronkowski is.
Tom
Oh, I don't know
Brady.
who that is.
Tom Brady announced his retirement, but Gronk, who's already retired and only came out of retirement to play with Tom Brady, announced that he is a free agent. So he's not retiring again.
Oh, so try to get a couple more years out of it.
Well, that and to be honest, Tom may have said, see, and that was the thing with that leak about Tom Brady retiring. And I'm not like a huge Brady fan by any means, but I think it was a class act that he didn't say anything, and then it got leaked, and he said after it got leaked, he apparently said that he was kind of bummed out about it because he didn't want to make an announcement prior to the Super Bowl to take away from the game itself.
Right.
And I mean, that's, whether you're a fan of Brady or not, I mean, that's a pretty classy move to
Yeah.
just say, hey, I'm not gonna try and overshadow the big game with little me's announcement kind of a thing,
Right. Yeah.
So, but because it leaked, he ended up having to make some kind of an announcement. And, who knows
Right.
what happens from there. But
All right, fellas, I think I'm going to bounce because we got to go do something about dinner so we can get on Friday Night Draw at 8 o'clock. So.
all
Okay.
right, we got the link is in the comments
Oh, cool. Thanks.
for
Dave.
your stream later.
I appreciate
I'll
it.
put it back again. Guys, check it out. 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
Whatever that means in your local time zone, do the math. We're all grown ups. It's either
All right.
+1 or -1, whatever it is. And yeah, hope my internet holds up, and we'll catch you at 8.
Cool beans. Sounds good, guys. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
I will be unable to check it out as I will be at a band concert for my
Gotcha.
daughter. So,
That's
All right.
acceptable.
You will be missed, as
Yeah.
will you, Andre, if you can't make it. So if you can't, that's cool. We understand.
Thanks for sharing your doodle with us.
Hey, no sweat, buddy. It's what I do. Share my doodles. All right, guys. Have a good night.
And I see you, Rodney.
Bye, everybody.
see you, Rod.
See ya.
Cool. All right. Man down.
Rod the Bod.
Ride the bot. Oh, that's on canvas. I thought that was a board for some reason. Like, sorry, cover.
No, dude.
No,
Full
that's full
canvas.
canvas.
Yeah, I caved.
Keener.
I'm a little irritated that my mask right here is totally peeling up.
Is it too wet, or are you brushing too hard on it?
I'm definitely brushing too hard. Well, it's a brush that's a little stiff because it's not it's got a little residue in it. So it's funny. I posted the picture of it all masked off and just the background, and Amanda made a comment. It's like, oh, good, it's not another Electra.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yay!
I saw it. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with this woman.
She's like, at least it's not an Electra. Wait for it.
When you posted, you used to say by popular demand,
Back by popular demand.
Yeah. As requested.
I'm totally doing that too.
You should just say, private commission for Amanda Z.
Mm.
One of the most expensive pieces I've done to date.
Yeah, this is and it's funny too because I got rolling on this, and I was like, you know what, because I like overworked it in terms of prepping it with gesso and stuff, so it's like super smooth, in terms of the texture of the canvas itself.
Yeah.
And I think for the next, I have plans for this.
Oh, is that the mini canvas?
Yeah, this is like sketch card size canvas. I
No,
got a
you just
plan.
like to hurt yourself, don't you?
Well, yes, obviously glutton for punishment, but no, I mean these are just things that I got sitting around. These are things that back in the days when my wife was working in the writing
Oh, it's still
division.
leftover samples. and
Yeah, it's
whatnot?
just samples and stuff that sitting around.
Okay, I guess we'll allow it.
Well, and that was the thing is that I did there was a stretch there where I did when I was doing conventions and stuff. One of the things that I had was those little knapsack, those backpack things with the drawstrings that turn into the shoulder straps or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anyways, there was a thing that they were thinking about doing. Sharpie was doing. They had fabric markers that they were going to put on the market.
Yeah,
And
I think they
part
did
of
end up putting those out.
right. But part of the promotion that they were going to do was like, here's like a set of fabric markers, but it comes with this backpack thing.
So you
and it's
can
like,
decorate it.
yeah, so you turn around, draw, a pattern or flowers or whatever and stuff on it, right?
Pokemon.
Well, that never really took off in terms of the that marketing scheme, so to
Mhm.
speak. So they had like a bunch of samples of these bags, these Sharpie bags floating around the office. So my wife brought them home, and I would like do commissions on them at conventions.
Oh, okay. And people like that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, I sold pretty much all of them, and it was those. They also had binder covers and what was it computer computer cases, like
Okay.
neoprene,
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
soft cases to throw a laptop in. I'm super cool. And of course, I obviously, because they were samples and whatnot, I didn't sell the bags or the covers or whatever. It was the commissions on them is what I
Yeah.
was selling because
Yeah.
of, for legal reasons. Yeah, good times. I think I'm good right now on this one building. I got to put like a yellow glow on it, just a glaze.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to move on to paint with this little guy. I mean, another stupid idea. Remember I told you I was like, oh, I'm going to do an armadillo because it's so simple.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. And then I'm like,
no.
oh, I'm going to do a baby monkey because it's so simple. No. I should have just stuck to the birds. Just do a bird.
Dude, it's and again, I did a bat, and it was
Yeah,
like,
you did.
holy smokes, dude, not easy.
I did the same. Was it like the fruit bat or whatever, the orange bats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they're called. I did one too, a fox bat, I think they're called. So I did one too, but I did like you did a head. I did the full figure, and it's a lot of black, right? And I was like, okay, that was actually really simple. But doing a close up of the head, there's a lot of detail there.
Holy smokes, dude! And I did. It was a vampire bat. Is the one that I did.
Oh, that's the orange one.
I don't know. I mean, I just took it. I got my reference and like tweaked my the values and stuff on it to try and because the piece itself. The reference itself was kind of like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to turn around and like have it like kind of fade into the darkness. So it was for the most part it was just the face. Huh?
I still have mine. Hang on. So I didn't send them back yet. Where's my bat?
There you go. Yep.
Right. So I'm like, that was actually pretty simple because of all the black.
Yeah.
If I was going to focus on just the head, that's a lot of detail there as well.
Well, and it's also because it's something that's so unfamiliar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, you really start paying attention to those details of stuff that, like, you can get away with like drawing a human face, right? Because you kind of know what people look like. But
I can't draw a bat out of memory.
Right. But I mean, when you start going into those details, and it's like those little details really kind of is what's important,
Yep.
Like, what you're going through with the armadillo thing. It's like, yeah, you could fudge it, and somebody's going to say, yeah, it kind of looks like an armadillo, but it's those details that if you miss them, it doesn't. It's like, yeah, is that an armadillo or is that an anteater kind of a thing?
Yep.
So you have to get those little things in there that nobody really notices, but that's what really kind of separates it,
Yeah, there's a lot of texture on this bugger.
Yeah, because I mean, you paint that thing blue, it's the aardvark from Ant and the Aardvark, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, it's easy to change the
just
the
a
nature
couple
of the
pencil
parrot.
strokes, and that could be a kangaroo. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty. Actually, kind of. I gotta get rid of this black, that blood.
The black like blood? What?
I black that bled in underneath.
Oh,
the
the
mask
blood. Oh, okay.
right here. and
Yeah.
it's so you got to go thicker, which is hilarious because
They go thick.
paint's really watered down.
Throw some medium in there. Fix that problem right up.
Is this being shared or is this just
No, because
you're not doing
I'm not doing Marvel stuff, so
right?
I don't. I mean, I could switch over to Marvel in like 10 minutes if you want to share it. There were quite a few people watching earlier.
Yeah,
I think they left with Rodney.
yeah, Rodney followers.
Yeah, or it just seemed like we'll wrap it up. What is? Oh, Mark says he shared it to his page. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, maybe I should hop on and actually share it to some places. But either way, I mean,
Speaking of Marvel,
speaking of Marvel, you saw
so
it. X-Men sold out like crazy.
yes, that's where that's where I was going with that. Thank goodness.
Well, no. So anyone that's watching that's not into that stuff, the
Yeah.
latest Marvel trading card set, which is X-Men Metal Universe, just sold out yesterday on their electronic platform, and they did 96 cases in 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because what seems to happen as soon as it starts running low, people just go crazy. But there's nothing recent left on EPAC now, so I think Upper Deck is gonna have to crank something out quick because people are still feeling the itch, and there's nothing to buy. Almost everything sold out.
Marvel.
Yeah, from the Marvel side, yeah. But it's a different audience there, so
yeah, I'm just saying that my perspective was okay. Can we get away from can we just take a break from the precious metal gems
no.
for just a minute? That'd be awesome.
Well, I was talking to someone earlier, and they said like the green precious metal gems just skyrocketed as soon as it sold out.
Oh, really?
Oh, Mark put 20 cases in his cart last night as a joke. Was $58,000. Yeah. As I wonder how many people did that as a joke and click buy now, maybe with one case or two cases, and then they're like, shit.
Yeah, I
was close to buying a box. I was sitting there. I'm like, I had him.
I know.
Cart.
I mean,
should I buy a box? Should I risk it?
See, you know what? And don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're a full on, collector and stuff, go ham. Have fun. For me, it was just one of those things where I just didn't see. And I'm not even talking about like the monetary return, but for the amount of money that you spent, particularly on EPAC for that, and this is just my personal opinion, I just didn't see the value there.
Yeah,
when you're talking about like you replace like half of the cards with digital cards that you end up having to combine, and the price per pack on the digital platform was twice the amount as the physical pack, at a local shop. You know what I mean?
Was it really? I didn't know what they went for physically. I thought it was on par. But again,
I think physically, well, I think I bought a pack or two for I want to say it was like $8
oh,
per
really?
pack. Oh yeah. And
I thought the price was pretty much comparable to retail, but that just might be on past.
I think you're talking about when you get boxes and stuff from Dave and Adams, it's probably right. But like my local shop that does, see, I don't even know what the hell I have here. What do I have here? Actually, I'm pulling this
You're
out.
gonna pull out a like
Yeah.
1-of-1 Wolverine.
No, it's, I don't know. I, you know what? Now that I think about it, what is this thing? Maybe I only bought one pack. Let me see here. Yeah, I must have only bought one pack. So this is what I ended up getting. So I got, this is Bedlam, this thing, Blink,
Is that Blink?
Psylocke, Emma Frost, Frenzy, and then
Palladium.
an arcade Palladium.
Okay.
Now, but see, now I'm just now looking at it. I'm looking at this Frenzy, and I don't know. It seems shiny.
Yeah. See if it's numbered.
No, I don't think it is. Let's see. It says 130 on it.
Oh, okay. So it might be a high series.
Maybe
Mark
that's what it is. Yeah, because it's definitely got a different back than everything else. So, and it doesn't have the little
combining
power
was the
grid.
thing that made EPAC worth it.
But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where, and this was like, again, just getting a physical pack, and at least you have a card. But EPAC, it was like, half of them are digital, and I don't know.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was, for me personally, that set just seemed like it was a little over the top. Yeah. That's it. The achievements and combining was the thing that made EPAC worth it. Yeah, and I agree with that. But man, to get to those achievements, that's that had to have been a bear,
Yeah, it's an investment for sure.
Right.
People went in crazy, right? But also some people just hit crazy, like rare.
Yeah, some people said, you know what? I'm out. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, then yesterday they went and bought another case or box. But it's weird. Shiny dang. They're shiny. What was interesting with this, and it's probably related to the whole hype of trading cards and the whole boom, is that it seems that the resale as a whole for this whole set is inflated or blown up.
Yeah, but is that just because the initial pricing was?
I don't think so.
Or?
See, I don't think so. I mean, you're seeing at the price at even at the price at which sketches were selling, when it first came out.
Yeah.
And at the prices they're selling now, regardless of the artist, they're up, anywhere from 20 to 100%.
What is the I don't know, the average cost for a sketch, do you think?
I think it's got to be at least 100.
What's that?
It's got to be 100.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right. But I mean, you see the Fred Ian sketches that popped up, they're all going for like $2,000.
Oh, yeah, that's
it's Fred
outlier.
Ian.
Yeah,
for sure. But others, I mean, I'm not knocking on any and any of them number price batch.
This is funny because what was it? A couple years ago, I think I saw like he had a 5x7.
Yeah, for
it
like
was a 5x7 on eBay, and it like went for like 800.
Oh, yeah, and that was like, whoa.
Yeah, and back then it was like, holy smokes, Now it's like, yeah, 1,500 for, and that was a 5x7.
Yep. Yeah, so
5
Mark
by
says so many
7
people
black
started
cat
collecting.
at that. I mean, Freddie and Black Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Freddie and Black Cat at 800.
Yeah, but that was before they were.
That was before anime.
Before anime, but also before they got recognized. Because when you get your set, there's going to be a 0 added to all your cards on eBay.
Yeah, well, yeah, just don't tell anybody.
Yeah, when Masterpieces 22 drops and they announce the artist. Someone's sketches are going to go up in value.
You know what? I so want to ask this, but I won't. No, I'm not working on it.
Not it.
Not it. God, you made me go there.
Yeah, it's good time.
Damn it. I have this bleed through now. I'm trying to cover this black, and now I'm blasting right through. I need to stop with that one. That building.
Let it dry.
Yeah, exactly. Which means now I have to find another bin or something to another color. Oh, we'll go with this one. This one works. Oh, no. I guess I can use the same color on this one. That'll work.
Just paint everything in 3 colors.
Pretty much.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I was talking to Wolf last night, and he's a big painter as well. I got to tell you, man, I am so digging this medium.
Isn't it fun?
It's you know what, and it's so out of my wheelhouse too. I mean, I'm a graphite charcoal guy, kind of like Fife.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's really my background. And then I went from that into the comic thing where it was all line art stuff. So I kind of like changed
change gears a little
approaches. Yeah, changed my approach to things, and now I'm getting back to that more tonal, kind of a thing, but doing it with a completely different medium. Mm-hmm. I mean, I obviously, for your foundation, your underpainting, your or drawing or whatever, you get to flex those muscles. But it's and then go over it with something completely different. It's pretty out there, man.
I don't know. I'm not regretting my choice of fucking with acrylic. So.
Oh no, and that's the thing is that I mean I'd love to try oils or other stuff, but it's like I feel that that's like some next level stuff.
I don't know if it's next level necessarily. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
But like, from my point of view, like I want to give gouache another proper run, right? But
Right.
I just feel like I still have so much more growth to do with paint, with acrylic.
That's exactly where I was going with that. Where it's like, do you really want to turn around and shift gears into something when you don't necessarily you feel that like what you're doing right now, you haven't quite, I don't want to say mastered it, but you don't feel as comfortable
I just,
currently.
yeah, I just think that there's more I can uncover,
Right,
and
right.
more I can improve in my technique, and learn
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I mean, introducing airbrush to the mix, gotta tell you,
Oh, yeah.
whew, game changer, right? So I gotta ride that wave for a while
Right.
and really.
Yeah, there's always one thing where it's like every piece that you do, you add more to your approach, your technique,
Mhm.
everything. So when you do, like, for instance, like this one, this painting I'm doing now, there's stuff that I'm doing with this painting that I've never even tried to do before.
Mhm.
I mean, there's obviously a foundation of, stuff where it's like, okay, I know that this works and this doesn't, or whatever, but there's this constant I'm adding to it kind of a
Yep.
thing, and when you get to that point, I guess what it boils down to is that when you get to that point where you feel like maybe there's nothing more to add
Then you can
to
start
what you're
experimenting
doing,
with.
then you
Yeah.
can move on to something else. But the beauty of doing that is that when you move on to something else, like gouache or oils or whatever the case may be, you'll learn stuff there, and then you can turn around and take the lessons learned there and apply, and then like revert back to doing the acrylics thing, and you
Oh yeah.
can apply those things there, which make you a better technician with that medium, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, it's like there's there's like, for instance, when I get back to actually doing like comics and stuff, holy smokes, I can't even I mean, I haven't done it yet, but when I get back to doing sequential art, it's going to be night and day from the last time I did a book. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I bet.
I can't even imagine. I mean, you know what? That'd be awesome. Ink a book again.
But apply the skills that you've developed doing
Right.
other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and to some degree, there's going to be a little bit of oh yeah, I'm just getting back in the saddle, and you're kind of doing the same thing, but there's something that's innately going to come back into that, into your subconscious in terms of how you approach things, which is,
Yep.
I don't know, it's pretty exciting.
Quite existential.
Yeah, getting deep here, man.
Yeah. Become one with the board.
Become one with the Borg.
Board.
Oh,
The illustration board.
there's resistance is futile.
Is that?
So you caught that last Boba Fett thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, I did watch I didn't realize it was the last episode.
I
But,
didn't either until I actually popped onto the service, and it said, "Oh yeah, the season finale." I was like, "Oh really?"
yeah, I
So
didn't even notice. I just
it was
clicked
only
play.
like 7, right?
Yeah, which I thought there was going to be 8 episodes. That's why I was a little
Now
surprised.
maybe,
But
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like maybe it was longer, or maybe it was like a double episode kind of a thing. But
it was fun. It was a fun.
oh yeah, it was fun.
The Borg, yes, the Borg. Be one with the Borg, Mark. Be one with the Borg.
The Borg. Oh, I did for a set. What was it? Oh gosh, what was it? Was it that monster set for Earth Assemble?
Yeah,
did
you
like
did
that.
the female Borg.
Yeah, the Borg Queen. But I did like all that was a fun set for me because I did it kind of in the same style that I did Marvel Anime.
Yeah, the what are they called? Those Disney things.
Was it? No, it was like a Monster
Bratz.
High.
Oh, Monster High.
Bratz. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bratz Monster
something like
High
that.
kind of a vibe. But
Big eyes, big head, lots of cleavage. No, I'm thinking
skinny,
something else.
very well. I mean, with the Borg Queen, there wasn't much cleavage because I did her like separated from her body, so it was just
Oh, right, it was just the head.
it was the head and shoulders and spine, but like in a cute,
knees and toes.
yeah, head, shoulders, knees and toes. But yeah, the actually, I missed out. I didn't get on the because there was I had a bunch of contracts for Upper Deck and stuff, so I kind of like bowed out of some of those other sets, the last two sets that they're doing. What is it? I'm wondering. I don't know. Should I try and hop on that other one, the new one?
I was talking to Bianca the other day, and I'm gonna hop on one of them. I don't have the time to. I can't do all of them as much as I'd like to, but I'm gonna hop on one of them. I don't think she announced it yet, so I'm not gonna say what it is.
That's the sequel one, right?
Yeah, the .2 one.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. I may have to reach out to her and say, hey, if you got room.
She'll make room.
Because that first one was pretty darn fun, and and it was like the way that without giving it away, I kind of took a different approach than most of the artists on that. You didn't do that one, did you?
I think the last one I did was heroic. I don't know what number that was.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. Yeah, so that was a good one too, because that was another set that I kind of took a different approach where everybody was doing like Batman, Superman, things like that, right? And I was like, I'm gonna do Magnum PI,
Yeah. Yeah, a real man's hero with a real staff.
Yeah. I mean, I was, I'm doing Hawaii 5-0. I'm doing,
Hondo.
It was, yeah, exactly. Or
MacGyver.
Actually, those are great ideas. Should she do another one of those? But yeah, that's those are fun exercises because you get to play around with different, a different technique, different style, and then with for lack of a better way of putting it, then with no retribution, so to speak.
Yeah.
You kind of have this freedom to do what
yeah,
you
and
want.
I enjoy working on those sets, but I'm looking like I got a Perna set. I got at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
one more other indie set coming. I got at least
I still
two
haven't
Upper
hooked
Deck.
up with the Pernas.
There's another one that's kind of an offspring of the Perna, so I technically got two Perna sets, and it's just like, oh man, it's just too much, right? Plus, I'm starting to fall behind on commissions again because
Yeah.
I was just starting to catch up, and now there's sets coming in. So I don't know how much I got to get a lot more picky, I guess, with what I take on.
Yeah, and that's man, it's
But some of them you're just like, this just sounds fun.
yeah, and that's the thing, is that how do you make that making that decision is kind of tricky, because it's like, oh, this would be really cool. I mean, it's just fun to do, but I mean, if you turn around and really just kind of look at the what the number is going to be on the check.
Oh, the economics of it, yeah.
But yeah, then you're like, dude, why would I do any of this stuff? But on the flip side, it's like, dude, I can't not do this. You know, I got to get in on this game. And and even the payout, after the fact, like doing like APs and stuff. And that, damn it, I did it again.
What'd you do?
I hit where the bleed was, the black that bled in, and it just peeled all the fresh paint right off of it. Now I'm ruining it even more.
Good job, Warner.
Yeah, no, that's how I roll. Work harder, not smarter.
Yeah, I kind of nerfed the background on this. I think I'm going to step away from that and start building out some.
See, that's the thing, is that I don't know when to step back.
Some values in the body, and then come back and do more detail there, because this is just looking like crayons. Look, it's there.
Should do a set. Should do a full set in crayons.
Maybe I will.
I'm not kidding. I mean,
you know what? I think with a little bit of practice, you could probably find a good approach for crayons that would look cool.
Oh yeah.
So,
crayons, and a hair dryer, where you can melt the wax.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I have proper.
Oh, like a heat gun?
No, well, I do have a heat gun, but I think I have proper crayons where they're mechanical crayons. What is this? Yes. Well, maybe these are colored pencils. What are these?
Those might be like Crayolas, like Prismacolor's Crayola.
Might be.
Crayons.
Oh.
Is it what you think it is?
These are, oh my goodness, these are so soft. They're like crayons. Dude.
Do you need a minute?
Yeah. Hold on a sec, because I want to check something here. So Prismacolor Junior, they look like they feel like crayons. I mean, it's like, the regular colored pencils, right?
Yeah.
Super. Those are pretty soft leads, right?
Yeah, because they're oil based.
Dude, this is way softer.
Are they wax?
I don't know. But I'm gonna bust out a blender here to see. Oops. Oh, that's nice. Piece of shit.
Dude, chew on one, see what happens. Is it blending? I can't imagine that blend.
It's definitely blending a bit here. Not as much as the markers or the
Well, it might just be blending because it's getting wet.
Yeah, but because it's so soft. But there's ooh. All right.
Light bulb.
Yeah, let me dude, I may have to get rid of the acrylics now. Go straight to crayons. And of course I do have I do have these, which are proper crayons. Oh, very exciting. Oh my goodness. Dude, seriously, I have so much. Oh, these are the ones that this is actually what I was thinking of. I don't have them in, they're not in a proper, they're just in a Ziploc bag, but these are actual Crayolas.
Are they markers or are they pencils?
No, these are actual crayons.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, that's a legit crayon. But it's what is it? Crayola Extreme Colors Twistables. So, but that is a good. Let's see if this. Never tried this before. No. Doesn't really blend. Yeah, I think that the Prismacolor ones are.
Is that your best bet?
I think that's yeah. I think that those are more colored pencil than crayon. It's like a cross. It's like a cross between a crayon and the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils.
All right.
So I think that
You say so.
no, it's got that. It's because I mean it's just it blends differently. But yeah, it's like the regular colored pencils, but like really, really soft. Really, really soft lead.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I gotta bust these things out at some point. I don't think that there's a white in here though. That sucks. Because that could be really cool for highlights and stuff on other things. No white.
Yeah, so no white, huh?
Yeah.
Is it just missing from the set? Like you're missing a color or
No, it's not even in there. But you know what? This is it's actually kind of funny because I think it was actually Sean that told me about this. He does when he does some of his stuff on his book, the texture that he gets in like the leather pants for his character.
Mm-hmm.
And he learned it from somebody else, like a big name comic artist. But he uses crayon, black crayon.
Really?
In his inking and stuff. So he was telling me about it because I was doing a pinup for one of his books, and I was like, oh really? I was like, oh, how are you getting this? This thing, because he was showing me like one of his pinups for his book, and I was getting ready to work on one. And I was like, how are you getting this? He's like, dude, I'm just using a black crayon. I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, and then he goes into the story, so and so told me that this is what he does, and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I did the same thing with his with the pinup I did for his book, and I was like. And then, of course, I just sent him the inks, right? And then he colors it and comes out, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's pretty legit.
Yeah, he kind of knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. And he soaks up so much information. I mean, he soaks up more information and forgets it than what you and I could get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just, I don't know. He's just got his finger on the pulse.
Yeah, keep on going off frame here.
God,
this might not be my favorite.
Armadillo.
Yeah.
Armadillo.
Armadillo, and I'm debating whether to just walk away from it and try to fix it later or just make the best out of it and move on. Yeah. But there's I mean, I think once I start doing the highlights, it might kind of make it all come together, but I don't know. It's like how much time is enough time on one of these guys?
Yeah, I mean, deadlines are deadlines, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a 6. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish it, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I actually got to bounce here.
You gotta bounce.
Yeah, no, I mean, my daughter's already left to go watch the choir and stuff, and we
Okay.
gotta get
We'll
heading
leave the
out to
unattended
go watch
here,
her in the
just
band and stuff.
defacing cards.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Be that way.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But maybe you
What do
need
you
to.
need to do?
Well, you want to take a break from that, anyways, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not guilt tripping you. Didn't mean to. Yeah, I want to get this guy done today. So,
All right.
I'll stick around and work on it till I'm sick of it.
Okay.
But
Well, I got to roll. So
yeah, man. Well, thanks for hopping on. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the game.
yeah, you too, man.
I guess if I'm streaming on Sunday, you're not hopping on.
Maybe. Who knows? Oh no. My daughter's got a game in the morning. So.
Yeah. And then there's a football game in the afternoon.
And then you got that thing. So,
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Cool. All right, man.
Later,
buddy.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody. So yeah, just me now. Just me and my little armadillo. Let's see. Try to build a little bit more depth in the background, and then when I hit some highlights on this guy, I'll leave him red, even though it should be more of brown. But I think if I hit it with some whites, should be okay. So is it 6:40? I'll stick around for maybe another 20 minutes, see how far I can take it, and then I'll bounce as well. Mark, gotta say, appreciate you being such a trooper. Stuck through the traffic conversation. See, I've never seen an armadillo in real life because we don't get them in Canada. But they're a weird-looking creature. Kind of interesting. All right. Let's get some white up in this. Oh, you're baked. Okay, cool. Can't talk watching. I'll take it. My music stopped in the background. So once I just look at the notifications. There. I got a bit of green in my paint, my white paint, which is not ideal. Oh, it's because I'm putting it over a wet green area here. Duh. Yeah, I think once I hit put in the highlights, Mark is gonna really start popping because it's just that's what creates the volumes. It's just the shadows and the highlights. So As long as I might need to get a smaller brush for this. A little bit of highlighting there. I'll probably work on the monkey tonight. Hopefully I don't brush that and just get a nice layer of paint on him. I sprayed this one with the airbrush, and in retrospect, I should have done it in a brown. Or should I use medium? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Get it to a presentable stage. I don't think anyone's going to be too horribly offended if they pull this in a pack, so. Oh, see, it's very possible that their colors fluctuate based on region. I think there's a bit of sheen to their armor, which is going to reflect ambient light. So if they're in the desert, they're going to not have a lot of color, but if in the woods, which is what I'm doing, they might catch a little bit more color. I don't know anything about armadillos. They're cute though. And apparently there's stainless steel armadillos too. I think those are from Kentucky or maybe Detroit.
So maybe I fall, maybe I feel, maybe my heart's not made of stone. Maybe you'll see secrets I never want to show. But I can't help it. I'm not superhuman. I'm breaking. Don't let me fall apart. I can't help it. I'm not superhuman. I'm breaking. Don't let me fall apart.
That one's from Cincinnati. Okay. Yeah, I don't imagine they're very active in the northern states. Start getting cold environments. I can imagine armadillo as a creature that's going to deal with snow. Fuck that shit. Curl up in a ball and roll down south. Only southern states? Really want to do a red panda for this set. I'm not sure why, but I'm just gonna have an itch to do one. Gonna have 2 more cards to do after the monkey. Well, yeah, you seem to be a lot more versed in armadillo, genial, whatever proper scientific term is than I am. So. Panda, yeah, red panda. It's my spirit animal. They're like a cross between a raccoon and a panda. Really, there's a cute looking animal. Whenever I go to the zoo here, they have a couple of them, and I just end up watching them as long as they're awake for like 2-3 hours. Then do a quick run, look at the look, giraffe, lion. But the red panda is very amusing. Yeah, red pandas are really cute. And they get up on their hind legs, which is really cool. And they kind of walk around with their hands up. They look ridiculous. They kind of waddle around. Okay, let me get a tiny ass brush. Do I have one? Don't need to pull a new one. There we go. Good old 2/0 liner. No, I have a picture up of an armadillo. Doesn't look quite like this, but just kind of a reference as to how he's lit. I mean, if I look at the reference, the eye's wrong. The eye's supposed to be a lot more almond-like, and there's a lot more wrinkles here. But I'm not adding all that in. Can't draw. Wildlife from memory. That's got to draw a lot of armadillos to be able to draw one from your mind. Just build up that muscle memory. Yeah, just I have it up on the computer screen, which is up there. Yeah, definitely a weird looking animal. Are they dangerous? Like, if they're running around your backyard, are they gonna like bite your fingers, or are they just kind of harmless? If you know. Let's get some. Oh, they play that. Okay. Because they're not carnivores, right? They just like eat bugs and leaves and whatnot. That's my understanding. Dig up your lard for slugs. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Look, a groundhog. Southern American groundhog, also known as the armadillo. This brush is really fine. I like it. I want to add a yellow tint to a snout. Yep, that's gonna work. Break up some of that red there. All right, we got a couple more minutes to go before my cutoff on this little guy. So I think, okay, he came out all right. I'm not mad at it. Artie, okay. Artie the armadillo. Okay, so I'm about to wrap it up for the day on this. Gotta do some office work before I head home. Like I said, I'm gonna just build out highlights on this little on Artie here until 7 o'clock, and then that's when I'm gonna call it a day, call him done. But hopefully I'll be. And the plan is I should be streaming on Sunday throughout the day. I don't watch football, so I'm not going to be too inclined to watch the big game. I'm sure probably no one's going to be online, but I'll be here streaming. hopefully finish off the God Butcher sketch cover. We'll get that guy done in the next couple of days too. So just trying to get as many commission projects done before I get bombarded with a couple of sets, and basically put all commissions on hold for about 6 weeks and just finish off whatever is still running, along with there should be a shit ton of sketch cards for a couple of sets. Cool. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Warner. I'll drop you the link. You know where I am. If you want to hop on, you're always welcome. Maybe Fife will be around. Well, he's probably going to be watching the game. Am I open for commission? I'm always open for commission, just if you're open to wait. Waiting list is always open, boys and girls. Okay. Well, see, now I'm just being stupid with this. Because I'm having fun with the tiny brush. All right, so RDD Armadillo is done. And we'll let him dry. I'm going to take Marcus the monkey home, work on him tonight. And I'll be back Sunday working on hopefully finishing off this guy. There's not much left to do, just the blacks, and then pick up some highlights. So that should be a couple hours. Just a couple hours to go. I know the client has been very patiently waiting for it. Awesome. Marcus the monkey? I was going to say Mark, but I didn't want to offend. Or Marcel. Sorry, Marcel the monkey. Cool. Thanks so much for tuning in. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you watch football, I hope your team wins. Drink lots of beer, eat lots of chicken wings, have some pizza. Keep your cheeks tight. Yeah. Cool. I'm out.